245 number one station in the street. Jazzy McBee, I have a special guest in the studio with me, Janelle Monae. How you doing, lady?
Hey, what's up? How are you, babe?
I am very good. And I know you had a long day. It's okay.
No,
but you with me, so
I'm
we
happy
are.
to be here. I'm a fan. I love this station.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate it. So first, let's just go ahead and get into it. Dirty Computer, shouts out to Cannon. She sent me this link to Dirty Computer, and it was like, what, 50 minutes long, Cannon?
48.
48 minutes, okay, 48 minutes long. And I watched the entire thing. But the most that stood out to me was Pink, okay?
Wow. Yeah.
Pink stood out to me, but I have to say first that all the hairdos that you had in each one of the videos, they were so dope. How do you come up with the different styles? Do you come up with it yourself, or do you have like a hairstylist to do it?
It's a collaboration. Sometimes I'll come with ideas, and sometimes I'll collaborate with my girl, Nikki Nelms.
Nice.
She's just a really creative person, and one of my favorite people to work with. She and I will go over ideas, and we just kind of go back and forth. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, Dirty Computer. Explain that to me. Like, is it, when I hear Dirty Computer, I'm thinking of explicit, I'm thinking like porn, I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking like all things dirty. So tell me, what exactly does that mean?
Well, dirty computers represent the marginalized, those people who are more times than none discriminated against because of who they love, because they're poor, because of the color of their skin, because they're a woman. Dirty computers are told that they have bugs and viruses, like real computers, that need to be cleansed. If you think about how society treats all the people I just named, you know, it's telling us that we need to conform, you know, that we're not enough. And so with this particular album, I had to think about who I was okay with pissing off, who I didn't really care, you know, about jumping ship or not supporting the message. I had to think about that. And I also had to think about who I wanted to celebrate. And I wanted to celebrate those people, those dirty computers, with this project.
Now, I know you did an interview and you said, quote, I had to do it with the fear of being judged. All I saw that I was supposed to look a certain way coming into the industry and felt like I didn't look like the stereotypical black female artist. Does that kind of correlate with what you just said, as far as like with you, you know, not having the fear of being judged? When you sit down and you think about these things, do they kind of give you anxiety before you came out with this album? Like, oh my God, like, what are they gonna say?
Sure, absolutely.
All the criticism,
yeah, you always think about that. I mean, I'll speak for myself as an artist. I'm always very sensitive. In the words of Erykah Badu, I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Right.
And that's very true. But I think I let a lot of that go. Because you know, you realize you can't, it wasn't about everybody. It was about being focused, about saying, hey, here's who I want to celebrate. This is who needs the love. I'm going to write songs like Django Jane. I like that in Pink to uplift us, you know. Not be angry or not try to please people, but really celebrate the people that need it.
Now, you've been in the industry for quite some time, and to me, it just feels like I feel like you've always been a free soul, or free spirit. So what led you to this moment when you said, to hell with everybody, I don't care what they think, I'm gonna say what I want to say, I'm gonna do what I want to do? What led you to this point?
Well, just the concept of understanding that there's a lot at stake. You know, representation is important. Being able to show people better than you can tell people. I was saying this motto, you know, embrace the things that make you unique, even if it makes others uncomfortable, but I wasn't really living it. And I just felt like life is very short. We don't know when we're going to pass on to another frequency. So I had personal experiences where I lost people I loved, and I just said the time is now. You know, it's no other time better than now than to you know, embrace freedom. You know, what that means to not think about what anybody will have to say about the way you dress or the things that you say. Once I knew that my intentions were pure, my heart was in the right space, I could rest in that. And you know, I think that was just it. Just knowing that the most important thing was making sure that these songs and this music and what I was saying and what I was doing was reaching the people that I needed to reach. Nice.
Now, what do you have to say to those people who may be living in a shell and afraid to just voice themselves? what do you have to say to them? What type of advice can you give them? Because there are a lot of people living in shells right now, like, oh my God, I'm afraid of what people may say or may think about me, and I'm afraid to be myself, so I have to kind of stereotype myself as the, you know, regular black female or woman of color or just women, period. Like, what type of advice would you give them?
Well, I don't consider myself to be any life advice coach or guru, but I mean, I just know from my own experiences that it's important that we remain patient with ourselves, that we, you know, understand it's a process, it's a journey. Yeah. I don't wake up every morning feeling free. You got to actively choose freedom. Nice. It's not free. It comes with great sacrifice. Right. And that's something that I'm making a conscious decision every single day to walk in my truth, so that others hopefully will walk in theirs. Yeah, and I just think that you're not alone. Everybody has those insecurities. I think that people, you know, may not share it. Even the most heroic, our most heroic figures have lived in doubt or in fear at some point in time in their life, and probably are every day. But again, you have to actively choose it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so
you have to actively choose freedom.
Actively, that is the key word right there. Actively choose it. So let's go back to Pink. I just got to go back to this video because when I saw it, I was like, okay, let me rewind this again, okay? Because did I see like are they like vagina lip? Like what is this? And I researched, and the designer actually said that he Googled vaginas and came up with all these different types of vaginas. So, like, explain to me, what is it? Did I pick it right? Did I say it's an actual vagina, like pants vagina, vagina pants? What is it?
Yeah. People call them vagina pants. People call them vulva pants.
Okay.
People call them flowers. And I think it's great. You know, there are women in the video that she's talking about. It's called Pink, and it's spelled P-Y-N-K.
P-Y-N-K.
Go check it out for yourselves. But yeah, it's a women's empowerment song. You know, I wanted to celebrate all of our differences. There are some women in there that don't have on the pants, because I don't believe that every woman is or I don't believe that you need to possess a vagina to be a woman.
Okay.
We go through a lot of women's health issues, from female genital mutilation. I wanted to represent my trans women.
Yes.
My sisters there. So I can go on and on and on, but you know, we're complex, we're unique, and I wanted to show us, in particular black women, all celebrating each other. Nice.
Now here they may be going on sale like in the future.
I'm trying.
You're trying?
Yeah, people have been
Let's do it. Let's do it.
They're very intricate to make, and they take time. So I'm working with a designer, and hopefully I can have that, you know, available for people this year.
But I do want the underwear that says "I grab back." I do want those. Like, can I get the first deal on that? That I say, I love those.
You gotta come on tour.
Listen.
I'm on tour this summer.
I know you'll be here August 4th and the 5th.
Yes, ma'am.
The August 4th show is sold out at a Tabernacle.
Yeah.
So we're working on August 5th to be sold out as well. That's sold out.
It's
That's sold out too.
Oh,
what
man.
the? Yes.
Well, I'm gonna come back to Atlanta.
You have to
if
come
you don't
back.
have your tickets, I'm gonna come back again. I love this. Hey, Atlanta raised me.
Absolutely, yes. And you know what? Speaking of which, I know you're getting a lot of questions about the pansexual statement that you made. I did not want to research it. I did not want to Google it because I don't know where it actually came from. So I said I wanted you to explain to me what it meant.
Sure. Well, one, I'm a proud young black queer woman. I consider myself to be a free ass motherfucker.
Okay.
And you know, as I started to learn more about myself and do research, the term bisexuality, pansexuality resonated with me.
Okay.
You know, with pansexuality, it's different for every individual. Somebody who identifies as pansexual may have their own definitions, but to me, I see your spirit first, regardless of if you're a man or you're a woman. I see your heart, I see your spirit, and your character. That matters most to me.
Okay.
And I think that's more long term. Looks will fade, all of that will fade, but your character, your heart, your spirit, your soul will remain, you know, if you choose to keep that intact. And I think that we deal with so much hate, you know, when it comes to sexuality and you know, how people identify. I thought it was important for me to just say those words out loud and to get the conversation started around identity and sexuality. And I see so many healthy conversations happening. I hear that it's like one of the top search words online on Webster's.
Pansexual?
Yeah. I heard it was trending for like 3 days.
Oh my gosh. See, that's what I didn't want to do. Because everybody have their own definition of what it may be. And then since you said it, and it kind of sparked this controversy, like, oh, she did. Like, I wanted you to come and actually explain.
I see your spirit. I see your spirit.
Yeah. And so when you said queer, I feel like I would never call anybody. It just feels like I'm offending somebody when I say that. But you guys are okay, or people are okay with you calling them that, or like?
Well, I identify as that.
You identify as that. Okay.
It's different. It's, if you look up the definition, it means unique, different.
Okay.
I embrace my uniqueness.
All right, girl. All right. So, couple more questions. The Mute R.Kelly campaign. Now, you stood in solidarity with Lupita, Kerry Washington, Shonda Rhimes about the Mute R.Kelly and also the women of color. Why did you decide to stand with them as far as, you know, making sure that we hashtag Mute R.Kelly?
Well, one, I think it's a larger conversation. Like many people, I've been a fan of R.Kelly's music, and I think it is just important that even though we're fans and we're black folks, that people be held accountable. You know, for far too long, we've had women of color, black women in particular, speak out against the abuse that they've been enduring, sexually in particular, mentally, whatever it may be. And I just want their stories to be taken seriously. I want further investigations.
Nice.
I think that it's bigger than just R. Kelly. I wanted to make sure that as a woman, that these black women who are suffering felt like, because their voices are not as amplified as ours, felt like I saw them and I'm listening to them. If nobody else is listening to them, as a human being, not just as a black woman, I care. And I think that means a lot, because it could have been me,
right? You
know, and I just want further investigations and people not to just turn their backs on our voices anymore.
Love it, love it. So back to the dirty computer. August 4th and the 5th sold out, so we ain't gonna be able to see you August 4th and the 5th. Hopefully,
we'll try to make
hopefully Ken and I can see you.
I know, I'm sad about that. I gotta add another show.
You gotta add another show. Yeah. So we are going to play your brand new single.
Yes.
So just introduce that really, really quick today.
Yeah, man, this is called I Like That, off Dirty Computer.
Absolutely. Streets 94.5, number one station in the streets. Janelle Monae still in the studio with me. I know she has a long day, so I really appreciate you stopping by and just giving me clarification on everything Janelle Monae. I mean, I love it. I don't have to Google it. I don't have to research it. I got it from the horse's mouth.
Should. I think you should research it, Google it. You know.
I do, but they have so much wrong information out there about the person. Like, I love to talk to, you know, the artists themselves.
Hear from their mouth. Because, again, you just got to respect what people say. Yes. You know, if they identify as something, that's how they identify. It may not work for the next person.
Okay.
But it's really great to come and talk to you. And the album is out, and you can also go on YouTube and watch the full 48-minute version of Dirty Computer, the short film people call it, or they call it a visual album. I call it an emotion picture. Yeah. Because it started with my emotions and from my heart. And if you like science fiction, if you like, you know, a good story, I think you'll love this. I hope you do, at least. How long did it take you to create this? How long? I knew I was supposed to do this album before my first album.
Oh, what?
Android, yeah. I knew I was supposed to do this. And I knew that I had a very particular way that I wanted to release it. I knew that I wanted to shoot the 48-minute version, the film to go with it. And so that was important. So I was patient. You know, I just worked around my schedule. I was shooting Hidden Figures and Moonlight, and I just worked around all of that. To make that happen. Nice.
Speaking of Hidden Figures, are you gonna be doing more movies in the future? Because you were great in Hidden Figures. I was like, yes, do it.
I am. I'm doing something with Robert Zemeckis, a director that I love and respect, and I think that'll come out at the end of this year. But I just feel honored to just be an artist. I feel like a little kid. You know, I grew up being in plays and musicals and talent shows. I was that kid. My mom would drive me around and, you know, take me to after-school Shakespearean programs. Like, you know, she made it happen, and I'm just thankful for that.
Living out the dream, love that. But people, you still have to remember, like you said, you have to be patient with yourself.
You got to be patient.
It's a journey,
and your journey is not meant to be the same journey as the next person.
Absolutely. Once again, Janelle Monae. It is Dirty Computer. You got to make sure you check it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Streets 94.5, we out.